Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Metal Gear Solid V: The Phantom Pain, which is set to come out on September 1st, 2015 for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Now, the reason I want to talk about it today is because reviews have already started trickling in as the review embargo has been lifted. Now, a select number of reviewers and, members of the YouTube community were allowed to go out to a closed press event with Konami where they were allowed to play the game for many hours so that they could then review the game and have reviews out today. The reason I have a problem with this is because the last time I remember this happening was actually when Far Cry 4 came out last year, which I would argue was not really the best Far Cry game of the series by a long shot. It definitely wasn't better than 3. I didn't even think it was better than 2 or 1. I think it was the worst of the series because it was just an open world full of random shit to do that had no rhyme or reason to it, and the story was really somewhat lacking. There was just not a lot of depth there, and it just really felt like Far Cry 3.5. I didn't feel like it expanded the series in any meaningful way. But the issue there was it was reviewed at a closed press event like this, like Konami has now done with Metal Gear Solid V. So a lot of reviews were coming out before the game was even released, so these hand-selected reviewers were just giving it praise, and a lot of people then decided to pick it up day one or maybe even pre-order it on the back of reviews like this. The reason I have an issue with these behind closed-door events is for the first thing is that the reviewers that are selected to go there are just that. They're selected. Konami is obviously not going to pick someone like Jim Sterling or myself who's going to go there and give a completely 100% unbiased and impartial review. No, they're going to select people that they think are going to come out there, they're going to play ball and possibly give good reviews. Now, this is a lot of, just sort of like speculation on my part as to what goes into the selection process, but I think it makes a lot of sense. If you disagree with me and you don't think that's actually happening, then you can let me know down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to discuss it with you guys. But I'm very skeptical about any review events like this at all, and now we've seen all the reviews trickling in from there, and there's like 10 out of 10 IGNs across the board, like so many 10 out of 10s. I don't know how many different divisions of IGN there are, but I saw reviews like for IGN Spain, IGN like Mexico, IGN it's Italy, like there's like so many different IGNs. Like, I don't know why they have to have different IGN divisions, because they just take the same review and filter it through Google Translator. I'm just kidding. I'm sure the IGN doesn't do that. I'm sure they actually find a real Spanish-speaking person to go ahead and reword the review that one person played at the review, and I'm sure that exact thing actually happens. Not really. Ooh, 10 out of 10 IGN. You could put Metal Gear Solid 5 straight in my basket. Ooh. But yeah, this has just made me really skeptical about the game's release, and the fact that they're also only testing it on one platform. They're only getting to play it on PS4, which, definitely there could be issues with this game on PC. We don't know. I hope that there's not. I really want to play this game. I loved all the previous Metal Gear Solid games, even Peace Walker, and this is this is basically a direct sequel to Peace Walker, so I'm definitely looking forward to it for that aspect and to see Big Boss's story come to an end. All that good stuff right there, but I gotta just, be kind of on my toes a bit here and just wait to see what actually happens at release. And I wouldn't tell people to go out and buy the game right now if you haven't actually played the full game. Because that's another caveat here, is that the reviewers didn't get to play the PvP portion of the game. And the PvP portion of the game is actually now been revealed that it's actually hidden behind a paywall. So you've got to get the game that we've already paid for the demo. Yeah, we paid for the demo on Ground Zeroes. Now we're going to pay for this game for $60, and then we're going to have to pay for the multiplayer as well. Now, the multiplayer, they are saying, is unlocked with in-game currency or mother base coins that you can get throughout the single-player portion of the game. But if you want to get in there day one and play the multiplayer, you can by unlocking the mother base coins by using real currency, which is just mind-baffling. Like, why is this even a thing? Why is a game coming out and then day one you've got to pay to access the multiplayer? That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like, I don't know who is that oh my like right there off the bat, reviewing the game, I'm gonna take off. If I'm giving a review score, I don't give review scores, but if I was giving scores, that would take like at least a good 10 points right off the top by having that stupid fucking shit in the game. That is not necessary. We should not be having to pay for multiplayer that is meant to be in the game for free, nor should we have to work towards unlocking it. It should just be a thing. You shouldn't have to pay to unlock this mother base mode, the PvP Stupid fucking idea. Don't know what they're thinking. Don't know why more reviewers aren't citing that as a massive negative against the game, that you're really only getting access to the single player at launch, which arguably most people are probably just buying it for the single player to begin with. But if you're going to put multiplayer in a game, you shouldn't be charging an extra fee to play the fucking multiplayer. That is part of the game. If it's there day one, it's part of the game. Otherwise, you're just charging to unlock shit, which has fucking always been stupid. That's never been a good thing. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below about this whole, pre-release stuff and the press events. I mean, am I just talking to my ass? Am I just blowing wind here? I mean, this is how I feel. I feel very strongly about it. And I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are on this down below in the comments. And I'd be happy to have a discussion with everyone about it and get your feedback as well. And I do look forward to playing this game when it does come out on September 1st, when we have access to the full thing and giving my full unbiased review on the game. Konami has responded to me as far as getting a review code, but I got the same exact response that Jim fucking Sterling's son got, and it's basically just say, yeah, you're on a list, but that doesn't at all guarantee you to receive a copy, which in my past experience usually just means, yeah, you're not getting a code, and they're basically just kind of jacking you off under the table so you feel good about yourself, like, hey, you were included in the discussion here, like, yeah, we sent you an email back, that means you were included in some way. It's like, no, send me a code, send me a code, basically. They say that they have limited supply of Steam codes. Like, are you serious? You're selling air. It's a digital key. You're just giving me the permission to play it. There's not a finite number of that anywhere. So make with the code or don't make with the code. Either way, I'm going to give my unbiased review day one. Just would have been nice to get an advanced copy of the game so that I could play it like the press did at this press event on the PC. Although we're not really seeing that happen very much often, are we? A lot of games come out in PC. Game codes actually for reviewers don't go out until the day the game is released, while other platforms will get copies of the game weeks in advance. Yes, this happens. Trust me on this. I've seen it quite a bit. But I'm going to get out of here now, as I said, so let me know what your thoughts are down below on all this, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra.